Welcome to Who Wants to Be a London Welsh Male Voice Choir Chorister. Time now for the fastest finger round. David Williams is the longest serving David in the choir. Put these other Davids in the order they joined the London Welsh Male Voice Choir. David Williams joined in 1969. Then it was David Jones in 1978. Guy Dodds joined in 1983. David Downing joined in 1998, over 20 years ago now. And lastly David Sorton joined in 2016. Right, so let's have a look at the answers for round 1. The lead guitarist with Pink Floyd is Dave Gilmour. The character from The Office was David Brent. The ex-Formula 1 David is David Coulthard. Dave Lister was the character in Red Dwarf. TV channel Dave's time shift channel is called Dave Javu. David Attenborough presented The Blue Planet. And finally it was David Jason that starred in Only Fools and Horses. So, how did you get on? Give yourself some marks. Here's the answers for round 2. Give yourself some marks for each one you got right. Round 3 is based on the card game Cards Against Humanity or Apples to Apples. After each quote, think of something funny or outrageous that goes with it. There's no right or wrong answers, but give yourself some marks for the funniest or most outrageous statements. Here is the church, here is the steeple, open the doors and there is, what? What never fails to light up a party? What's a girl's best friend? My school geography field trip was completely ruined by what? Instead of coal, Santa now gives bad children what? What does Edward Reese Harry think about on Thursday nights? Just once I'd like to hear you say, thanks Mum, thanks for what? Okay, hope you are having fun so far. Let's try round 4. All the answers are a fruit or vegetable. Here are the answers for round 4. Give yourself some marks for each one you got right. Whose eyes are these? Here are the answers to the London Welsh Male Voice Choir round. The song played backwards was Men of Harlech. David Downing used to work for Thames Television that made the programme The Bill. If you thought it was Bob Mountney, it's true he used to work for the police, so he can give you that one too. Whose eyes were these? It was Linlation. The others look pretty spooky with his eyes. Which chorister works for a company that makes chocolate? Rodri is the choir's resident chocolatier. Round 6 are all events from the 1990s. Can you guess which year? What year did the Channel Tunnel open? What year did Freddie Mercury and Robert Maxwell die? The Summer Olympics in Atlanta were held in what year? When was Nelson Mandela released from prison? In which of these years did John Major win the general election? What year did Blur beat Oasis in the Battle of the Bands? When was the Good Friday Agreement signed? What year was the Grand National cancelled after several false starts? Last question, when did Britney Spears get to #1 with Baby One More Time? Right then, here are the answers to the last round. The Channel Tunnel opened in 1994. Freddie Mercury and Robert Maxwell both died in 1991. The Summer Olympics in Atlanta were held in 1996. Nelson Mandela was set free in 1990. John Major won the election in 1992 with a majority of 21. Blur won the Battle of the Bands, beating Oasis with Country House in 1995. The Good Friday Agreement was signed on the 10th of April 1998. The Grand National was cancelled in 1993, the first time in over 170 years. And finally, Britney Spears hit #1 in the charts in 1998. So, how did you do? Add up your scores, and give yourself a round of applause.